Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 357 and 358. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/AJRich123. And let's go ahead and start. If you walked into this room and had no idea what was going on, it would freak the crap out of you. Well, Usopp, is immune to it. Well, you said you know, they could go ahead. I guess they both think they're doomed. Oh, yeah, well, he was immune to one. Could he be immune to all of them at once? Maybe a little stomach ache. It's just slowed him down a tad, but yeah. Counter negative. Usopp is finally insanely strong to something. He's immune. It's more like he's, if we're saying RPG terms, reflection. It's like reflecting the attack. That's how you know you're more than immune. You can reflect the ability as well. Now here comes the confidence. He might have forgotten about that small detail. Well, shit. The strongest ones all in one attack. Usopp being a badass. Partly unintentionally. This is what I was saying. Like, what if they just put tape over their mouths or something? A lot of them aren't that smart to think that far ahead, though. Or outside the box. That's all he's worried about. For like a minute, and then it hurts like a motherfucker. You get really mad. Like your adrenaline's going, or you're really hyped up about something, and then you're like, oh wait, this kind of hurts. If you just saw it from this, it looks very evenly matched. I feel like Brook has to have some type of strategy here, going back and facing him again. A phoenix, like rising up. That's more like rising up from the ashes. How could he do that? Oh shit, that sounds fancy. If a technique or an ability means a lot to you, especially with a background like that, someone else using that technique, like even if it is your shadow in there, it's gotta feel insulting. You gotta kind of feel for Brook here. It's comical everywhere else, but this is actually real serious. It's gonna be like one of those slow samurai slashes, who hit who first or who actually connected. That's what this feels like. Aha, it is! It's that type of slash, oh shit! Ah. There, he doesn't really look that much different than his skeleton form. They're gonna keep reminding us of this, huh? But now you have something to fight for. He just needs to get to Luffy and find out that Laboon is still okay. This is like the biggest way to insult somebody when it comes to this. He even turned his laugh into an evil laugh. Oh, they're close. Definitely good timing. Double good timing. If they can tell him about Laboon, that would completely give him the confidence boost he needs right now. Ah, now this is a good matchup. The perfect fight for Zoro. Hell yeah. That, I don't know about evenly matched, but I think Zoro actually has an advantage here. And this is somebody he would want to fight anyway. Yep, kicking the shit out of your fat ass. With his Dr. Eggman body. How is he? Oh, because of the shaking? I was gonna say, oh, no? Is she dodging it subconsciously? It would have been funnier if that was right. King of the Pirates is a zombie. It seems like OARS was more of a pain in the ass than actually helpful for them. Holy shit. He is fast for a big man. Gum Gum Belly. This is the only zombie I actually would be fine with. I'd be fine with him having his own adventure or something, or like joining or just doing his own thing. And it's because he has Luffy's personality. That's the only reason. I'm finding myself rooting for him. Everything's an adventure. I mean, the guy's got to weigh at least 1,000, 3,000 pounds. You can't stop a real simp, okay? They'll find you no matter what. Look, if Sanji could put a GPS device on Nami, he would. He'd be tracking that ass. His fighting style, I would assume, would work well in with this type of fighter. Actually, that might be a sword Zoro would want. I knew it. I knew. So, I mean, that's definitely on his mind because he's always looking for swords. And it seems like, remember, he had one of his swords break. We've had he's always searching for swords. So it makes this actually is kind of a double win for him. But on the other side, Brooks Zombie actually would respect this fight more because he's fighting somebody with the way Zoro fights, and with respect and with this very similar look on things. I think he would respect this type of fight too. So if he loses, he would. I feel like this would be the best way for him to lose. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of getting from this. So they'd still be alive. Or he could be lying too, though. You always have to think of that as a possibility. Oh. So you need him alive to be able to do that. This guy seems like somebody, if you beat him up enough and you got him to near death, he would do anything. And you aren't now? I guess he would more of try to do it himself or something, and now he'll have other people do it for him. Oh. That is not... I did not know there was a time limit on that. Okay, so it's only in the very beginning that they have that issue. Okay. I was wondering about that. Maybe the stronger the personality, the longer it lasts too. It's kind of bullshit. Even though he's doing something, he's not doing something. He gets to let all his, like, shadow and zombies and stuff like that do his work. Well, you had the advantage, I thought. Now, how is he going to defeat them when they put their hands over their mouths? Maybe he can tie up their arms. The way he does it, he needs a second to be able to sling it into all their mouths. This would be the worst type of death. To die to these, like, things. He's got to get creative, which is what he's good at. Yep. Ah, yes. If anybody can work around something, Usopp can. I wouldn't have thought of that. That is a real... You got to give it to Usopp. Super creative. Good thing a lot of these guys are really stupid, too. What? I like how one of them, the koala, is actually dressed up and has a damn tie. One of them has to be fancy. Maybe he sees this like it's his work. That's a good code name. Nickname. Hero name. Actually, that'd be more like an anti-hero name. Negative nose. I was waiting to see if this thing could fight and not just, like, eat somebody, keep them inside. Though he does look like he's, I don't know, doing some drugs or something. Those eyes. Or he's just staying up insanely late and not sleeping. Nobody wins in these type of fights. A lot of these fights, nobody's winning. It's all a stalemate. The big winner here actually is OARS. That's the one that's winning everything right now. He's going on an adventure. And an adventure nobody else wants. Time to just chill out? Are we sure he's gonna lose that personality? Luffy's personality might be too strong. Oh, man. This is one of my favorite music in this show for some reason. That was a cheesy line, but we'll give it to him. He helped. Yeah, I mean, he saved Nami, so he should have worn the golden armor. And he could have said, like, knight in shining armor. Gotta do your zombie stretches. The water there, though, maybe it's just the purple color or whatever. It kind of looked like it was polluted. Just a little bit. That water looks normal, but where he was stepping, it looked like you were gonna get some type of disease or something stepping in. He doesn't have, like, devil fruit abilities or whatever. Maybe he's just actually couldn't swim back when he was alive. With that smile, I thought she was awake for a second, but Sanji is lost in the beauty. While there's actual enemies standing. I know it's hard to look away, but you gotta do something. It's like he's trying to think of lines to say to her when she's awake. None of those would work either. They're on the same level of simpness. Is that even possible? They actually get along when it comes to Nami. Well, for a second. They can at least agree on her beauty. From what OARS was saying, what Moria was saying is that eventually they'll become full zombies and not have their actual personality. But I don't know. We saw bits and pieces of, actually that makes me think. We saw bits and pieces of Brooks, Brooks zombie being, he still has part of that personality still. We've heard him sing and say and kind of have a version of his laugh. It's not completely gone compared, so that's not necessary. I mean, that's not exactly what he says. So that means there is a chance that they'll still retain some of that personality, regardless, probably just because of how strong they are in general. Nami in front of him, and I guess that's how you would stop him from fighting. Just keep moving Nami in front of him. You're gonna give her rabies. Or he's just a good fighter. I don't think he's probably shown his full strength, so how good of a fighter is he? Yeah, he's done some creepy shit. He deserves a beatdown. Oh, and don't let him get invisible too, and then he could get away. Yeah, I mean, did they drug her? Gotta kind of guess. This is more one-sided than I expected. Oh my god. This is absolutely great. That's one advantage of his poster being so bad. No one will recognize him. That is great. It's so funny. Like you thought it was all bad and he hated it. Sanji having that bounty being so ridiculous looking. But there is an advantage. They don't even know he has a bounty, meaning he's actually not gonna be a target for the most part, because it's like he doesn't have a bounty. It's so bad. So if they caught him and you didn't know who Sanji was, you could actually not try to actually capture him because of that reason. There's the advantage. Now, does Sanji look at it that way? No. But yeah, he has every right to kick the crap out of him. But I actually didn't think it was going to be that one-sided for Sanji. I thought it would be a bit more even. We've seen this guy is supposed to be one of the three main, the main people for Moria. So I expected him to be a bit stronger compared, but he's not really holding his own, and his only thing becoming invisible and run. I mean, what can you do other than, go behind them or run away with that? And all Sanji had to do was throw that salt randomly, and it actually, made him reappear. So I don't know. I really did. I don't know why, but I really thought that was going to be a bit more of even, of an even fight. The thing that Mori was talking about in the earlier episode, though, about the shadows, actually, you know, the zombies will eventually lose that personality. Like I was saying earlier, from Brooks' zombie, he still has a lot of that personality there still, and it's been years and years, right? So, Luffy's personality is so strong, it feels the same way with him. Not that they've had it that long, so it's kind of hard to judge there, but maybe just how strong somebody is, how strong their personality is maybe too, but just maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it takes longer, or maybe it never actually changes all the way. That's kind of what I could decipher from that. But yeah, good episodes. We're kind of getting what I feel from these last few episodes is we have multiple fights. From previous arcs we've had where they'll get into fights and it'll be centered on an episode or two of those fights. The last couple episodes have been like 3 or 4 matchups or things happening or being set up to happen, but they're all, you know, a small part of them for each one in the episode, which is kind of cool because we at least get to see what they're all doing. It's just a different way of doing it. I found that interesting. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.